Very good morning. Welcome to Nigerian Markets, the Tuesday edition of the Nigerian Market. The Nigerian Market is the advocacy program of AID, and AID is Ambassadors Initiative for Development and Empowerment. It's a platform that we only encourage and promote what we produce in Nigeria. I think it's high time as a nation that has marked 100 years, 60 years of independence, to really look inward and see how we can grow our economy, how we can grow what we produce in Nigeria, so that we can grow our economy, create jobs, and reduce poverty. So we welcome all of you to the Tuesday edition of the Nigerian Market. My name still remains Chimenem Samuel Paul.
And Slater Odam, your co-assistant today.
Mr. Slater Odam. We are promoting the Nigerian products, everything, and of course we are in Ember Month. You remember that since last week Tuesday we've said all we'll be discussing on this platform is going to be the Nigerian products. And of course, when you say Nigerian products coming to the festive period, what is the commonly, even though this food is what we take every day, but when it comes to the Ember Month, rice becomes the bride of every family. Everyone is interested, to take rice as if that is the only thing we eat only during the Christmas, Mr. Slater.
When you say rice, it's a staple food. It's not only in Nigeria, in Africa, in the whole world. I traveled out, and the only food that is common that I saw was rice.
Yeah, but why is it that during the Christmas period, it becomes as if that is the only food that people can eat?
You didn't grow from the village.
No, I know that was the village.
So those of us that grow from the village, we know we attach importance to rice on festive periods like this, and that's the time we normally have the privilege to eat rice. In my place, it's only on the Xmas days, on Sundays.
Wow, that's interesting.
To see rice. So,
okay.
But thank God, I think it's all over, and it's being eaten by every household. But that is the reason why we're going to look at it and try to see how we'll make our audience understand that these are staple food, and at this period it's going to be highly consumed. So we need to understand the kind of rice we'll be going out to the market to buy.
All right, the kind of rice we'll be going out to the market to buy. Remember that we're in that period where we're doing rice promotion. Yeah, not only rice, but this week, we still dwell more on rice because that seems to be, what everybody wants to give. But there's one interesting thing I heard this morning as we were coming. I think one of the radio stations, I just heard like a snap. Rice, a bag of rice is now going for about 40,000, and we're not yet in December. 40, and everybody was like, please, the best gift you can give to me now is a bag of rice, please.
Wow.
So that is I heard that this morning, and I was like, can this be for real? That the bag of rice is going for 40,000. But the good news is that we have local rice, and maybe that is foreign rice, not local rice. Because as I came into the office, I had to call a rice company, and the guy, they gave me the lowdown of their rice. Their rice is still within 50 kg, still like 23,000.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but on a serious note, rice is on high. It's on the high side. I think I've also googled.
Maybe we need to find out whether it's foreign rice or it's locally made rice.
All right, so we're looking at local rice. How can we look inward to grow rice? Good thing, we have number of rice, companies, indigenous companies. Though I'm also happy that even state governments are really now going into rice milling or rice production. I think if we all key in to looking want to begin to patronize and eat local rice, I guess our pocket will not be leaking.
Of course.
Yeah, that's true. All right, is our show, is our talk. Nigeria is for all of us, so we'll all make it better. This morning, we are still looking on what we discussed last week, Thursday, which state or states, because and then the indigenous company that produce rice, it's a promo season. We are also giving out now. Our own will not be expensive. We'll be the one to give out. So just call in and then name 2 or 3. I think three products. Name the companies. If it is indigenous, if it's state, it's all just name. You can also WhatsApp. So as soon as you just do that, call in on send us 3 companies that produce rice. What's the name of their rice and how beautifully tasty is their rice? Maybe if you have eaten it very well, then you win a recharge card from us. So please join us. The numbers to call or WhatsApp is on the screen. If you are if you are there, please just take advantage. And let's add credit or data to your phone this morning.
Of course,
I think it's
that
what
will
we
be
want to do.
interesting for whoever doesn't have data at this point in time. Will make himself do if he can be able to give us these answers that we're asking for. But it's quite easy, and it's good for us to be familiar with the kind of food we eat and how it is being produced and which company produced them and how well it is, how well it nourishes our body. So that's why we're leaving it out for us to actually crack our brain this morning. If you are watching us, we just want you to mention 3 companies that produce rice and where it's located and how well the rice is tested if actually you've taken part of it, but which I know you do. So please, we want to actually analyze one of these rice, some of these rice we eat in Nigeria, especially locally produced rice, not the foreign rice, because we are saying no to foreign rice because we want to grow our own economy. So we want to encourage Nigerians to go into rice farming. And I want to also encourage us that it's the business angle of it, the young men who are actually looking for, as a graduate, you don't need to say you must come and work in an office. Take advantage of the value chain of rice production because this is the season. There are so many areas you can break into and make a lot of money this December, apart from eating or buying it. So I also want to encourage the young persons out there, especially with the ideas, because the fund that has been released, so a lot of persons may not actually have an idea, but I want you to encourage you to go into rice production. It's quite interesting and huge. The profit you cannot imagine. So it's another aspect where maybe by the time we continue the program, we want to look into it in details on how we can harness this value chain.
All right, we'll look into it in detail, how we can harness this value chain of rice. Like you said, there are lots of young people on the street looking for white-collar jobs. Somebody told me something, a cousin of mine called and said, let me use my state. Rivers State said they are going to create, I think they want to recruit about 5,000 people, and then did it in our normal, usual way. Allow people to just come and queue, and you can just imagine, come and submit your document. So you can just imagine now, if most of these people who are just looking for 30,000, 40,000 naira job per month, that's what a lot of people are just queuing for. Now within this month, November, we're in November. In December, if you can go into rice, the value chain. Now let's not just say rice, the value chain, in the rice, either you are there are some companies that have rice, they are looking for where to sell. So you can also mediate between them, and the people who will buy. Most of these companies, maybe they are in the northern part of Nigeria. Now in the south, they need rice. So why not just take advantage of those things? To
even add to that, it will interest you to understand that rice has a dual season. You can farm rice during the rainy season and you can also farm rice during the dry season. So you have an opportunity. There's this dry season rice, which is also another adventure that I will also encourage us to go into. That's the reason why I must, because at least I come from the area where we farm rice. My area, my state also produces rice.
And then you don't have the rice. Please, you have just implicated yourself. One of those who were asking to go and grow rice is Mr. Sita.
Of course, I had done it before and I know what the value is. So I'm talking from experience.
So he has the value chain now. So what's your own value chain?
So the value chain here we're talking is saying, if you can, at this point in time, this period is harvesting period. Okay. So when you harvest, you can buy and do storage. After storage, after a while, you can resell and make gain. And the value chain also, at this point in time, it is a period where people actually buy because they want there's a high rate of
Production.
demand.
Okay.
So for those who want to actually buy and consume, they buy and resell. So it's another aspect where you can buy from the people that are brought from their local farms, and you sell even in the market and make your value at that point in time.
Okay, well, we're also going to look into the qualities. I think one of the things I cherish about the Nigerian rice is the quality. You know, there's nothing like in Port Harcourt. Then there is this hotel. They tell you their own is straight from the river to the port. You know, talking about seafood or fresh food is straight from the river to the port, and you can't just compared to the one that has been in the fridge maybe for 6 months, who knows how long. So most of this foreign rice, you don't know how long it has been. Then most of them are almost getting to expired or spoiled or something. Then they bring it to one of these African countries, they repackage it, they rebrand it, or maybe whatever they're going to do, still bring it to us. We've discovered that recently most of the rice that you just go to buy, just cook, keep it after 3 hours, it's getting hard. Then you can't even think of putting in the fridge to warm it again and all that. But for Nigerian rice, this is the company, they have just milled that in the market. Within a few weeks, the rice is over, so it's still as fresh. All the nutrients, are still intact. Not like the one that has been harvested. Maybe that country, they also have more than enough. So there is no market. So they're waiting for which country will now come and take the leftovers and bring to Africa. Then Africa will bring to Nigeria. Too bad. So one advantage you must take is to see that the Nigerian, you patronize the local rice, is that it's fresh, very nutritious, very healthy. Okay, that's for me why I don't think there's any other rice I want to eat now other than the Nigerian rice.
And that's why we must continue to educate our viewers. I know someone said if it's not foreign rice, you will not eat rice because it is stone free. But the disadvantage is the chemicalization of the food, of the rice, and which has an adverse effect in your health. We're talking about your health. Eat and be healthy, not eat and begin to accumulate all manner of diseases or ailment is what we are emphasizing on. But when we talk about Nigeria grown rice or locally rice, just like you said rightly, it is raw, it is fresh, it is direct. We don't chemicalize because already the market is ready. People are already waiting to consume the rice. So there's no point saying you're going to put them into silos and chemicalize them, keep them for a very long period of time, where at the end of the day you have issues about them. So that is why we must continue to say Nigerian rice is the best for now, because it gives all the nutrients you actually required when you're eating it. So we will say go back. Don't think about the woman who told me if it's not foreign rice, we will not eat that. But I want to assure that there are also for Nigerian rice that are stone free, and that is the challenge we know we are overcoming. There are millings, there are the rice mills that are milling rice now, and we discover that they have stone free. And go out there, search out for the right. I don't want to mention names because I don't want to advertise any particular rice for any company. But the companies that knows their best rice, I would like them to come on board, let them like our page, and let us Nigerians know that their product is the best, so that Nigerians will always go for their rice and productions.
All right, stone in the rice, that's the only crime.
Yeah.
But like you said, we have seen quite a number of companies that are coming up, with good milling the processes. Now I don't know much about the processes and how they do that, branding and all that, wash, clean and all that. We have beautiful rice, that are all available right now on the platform or in the market. That's the Nigerian market. So all you need to do is just be patient, join us. I think that very soon we will be looking into those companies. I think what we do that we are trying to contact them. The thing we are doing is to contact them. They will come and tell us. But if you go to the market, please just ask which rice, because most of the sellers, okay, knows this rice. Most of the sellers knows the real one that they will advise you. If you buy this one is stone free. If you buy this one, you boil it and all that. Don't be in a hurry, because we need that to be educated, since we are not used to the Nigerian rice. So just take little patience. We have them in abundance. Like I said, I personally, apart from Google, okay, to search for the current price, I called a company because I just met them recently, and it gave me, when I saw the price, I was like, oh, beautiful. We can still eat rice. People can still eat rice.
And what's the price again?
About 23. About 23
okay.
For 50 kg,
okay.
Which
okay.
Unlike what we had, 40,000.
Okay.
So you can see that there's a huge margin. Okay, so that's what we see. Please drop your comments, on how we can reach you and how many of these rice companies and then we will still contact you. You will win the recharge card. Go visit the page, like the page, share these things we are doing here, because we want Nigeria to be great again. We are still in the rice season, and maybe by Thursday something we will just keep going. By Thursday, Mr. Slate, we have just said that there are companies that are good, but we still know that there are still some that are very, very good.
Yeah.
And so you are going to the market and you are looking for, just join on this platform. Maybe you will begin to get some tips. So if you go to the market, you know which company you are going to visit. So that's time is not our friend, and the network has been very, very challenging, very unfriendly. So please, service providers, help us with your network, and please. So we appeal to our viewers and those following us. Please bear with us. I think as soon as possible we'll get over with this network problem, and then we'll just connect back again as one big family, that we are in a mission to make Nigeria great again. So we want to thank you for always being with us. Now we are, like we said, we want to give you tips. We are organizing business stakeholders advocacy engagement summit that's coming up next week, Thursday. The business advocacy group program is a 1-year advocacy. We need to engage, we need to rub minds. What we are discussing in the studio, let's come together in one place, get the manufacturers, get the distributors, then get the consumers, get the government. We all as a nation will come together. That's going to be a 1-year advocacy program or sensitization program, but we are flagging off officially next week, Thursday 19th. A lot of persons have been calling, but for those who will be coming, please remember we are in the COVID-19 era, so social distancing is one, the protocol, and then if you are coming, your nose masks and all that. All right, so join us on Thursday while we still talk more on those.
You didn't emphasize on the sound bite on that Thursday. That sound bite on that Thursday is hash. That our
the hashtag. The hashtag that will come on.
To really emphasize.
Okay, fine.
Hashtag buy Naija to grow Naija, because that is what we want to use to drive this stakeholder advocacy engagement. So I think you need to put more emphasis so that our viewers will understand why we are going out for this business. Okay, so we'll join us again Thursday, same time. We believe that the network won't give us a problem. We'll be live, on Thursday. So from all of us, we want to thank you for always staying put with us. Please make it a date again, Thursday, same time, 10 o'clock on Nigerian Market. So from all of us here today, we say, let's take our hashtag now. Yeah. Say hashtag buy Naija to grow Naija. Thank you.